Hello, everybody, and welcome to WICSO episode, MIXO more like, episode 5. Today we're going to see a lot of things happening, all the way from Europe to Asia to Africa. But the first thing we're gonna see is actually some new nations here in India. So I will cut when I'm done with that. So here you can see we have these 6 new Indian kind of countries or states popping up here in kind of peninsula of India and in Sri Lanka. So we have this Sri Lanka country. We have this kind of greenish South Indian, this pink, this orange, which is probably the second strongest in this area, except for Oman over here. We have the teal and the dark red. So these are all the new Indian states. Now, let's go on to another area. Am I wrong? Because we've had a lot in India and over here. Let's go a little bit to Europe. And in Europe over here, we're actually going to have Rome start expanding again here. Taking a lot of this southern French, going all the way up here, which, now finding the British Isles, making a little bit of a colony here. So, Britons, in this universe, you're Italian. Spain is going to keep on expanding here, kind of meeting Rome at the border, making them have a lot bigger of a border with each other, looking something like this. Also going into over here, taking all of Portugal even. So this is Spain now. Spain and Rome have actually become pretty big over here. But as every single empire sees Rome, there is always a collapse. Always a horrible collapse. And right when Rome is about to explore and expand even further into France, a split happens. And do you wanna know what Rome says? They say, no. This split starts over here in France, but keeps on going and keeps on going all up to this river. And if you think Rome is happy about this, they're really, really not. Spain over here, they're laughing. They're like, Rome, really? Oh my gosh, you can't even handle yourself. How are you supposed to handle us? And Rome is like, oh no. Oh no, Spain, you don't know what you just did. They go into here, into this rebellion, and take all of this part. They go over here, go into here, take all of this too. Then they say, you can go free. We don't care about you anymore. We have bigger problems. So right after these guys have crushed France over here, they go down to Spain, and Spain is like, what are they really gonna? Oh gosh, no. And the Romans, they just keep on going. They keep on going up here, and they go up here, and now they're right at your capital, Spain. And guess what? They're smart. So they will take this, boom, and now they're sieging your capital, Spain. Oh gosh, Spain, what are you actually going to do now? And they don't stop there. They keep on going further and further into Spain, like, oh gosh. Of course, Spain will fight back, and they will get this back. They will fight, and thankfully for Spain, they try, and they get to this river so people can flee. And then they may do this. They push back Rome, taking all of this back, even invading into one of the Balearic Islands, which is Rome's islands in this universe. Is Rome going to let this happen? Nope. They're going to enclose their capital again, beginning a siege once again, taking back this Balearic Island, and taking the Spanish capital. Oh gosh, Spain, what are you going to do? Well, this doesn't look very good for Spain because they just fully collapse. Okay, so we have Spain splitting into two parts. We have the Portuguese over here and the Madrid over here. And you might think, what is going to happen with this part of Spain? Well, yeah, they're just going to get annexed by Rome. Oh no. Wait, I can fix this. See? I told you, Rome's back. They didn't get annexed by Spain. They annexed Spain. Let's go, am I right? Let's just not go to origin mode. That's just not true, you know. Yeah, like this is like there's two. Yeah. Let's skip over that, you know. That didn't happen. But yeah, we got Portugal over here. We got Madrid over here. And Spain's gone. Sad for Spain. Very nice for Rome. Next, let's go into Africa over here, where we have Egypt invading this country, which I think is the first African tribes which do not exist anymore. You might ask, why do they do this? Well, first, they do this because this is pretty good land, and second of all, this looks trash. And third of all, Egypt wants all of this because they want to look strong. So they take all of this, and Egypt, you're long. You're really long now. Well, we're not down here in Africa. We see Egypt, or we see Yemen over here, taking back, or not taking back, but taking land over here. Keep on expanding their empire, not too far into these mountains, because who wants them? But still, expanding their empire nonetheless, because I would say this is an empire by now. Would you not? Like, they are 3,190 pixels big. That's not as big as Mesopotamia. And for the final thing we see in Africa, we see Libya keep on expanding. Further up here on the Libyan and Tunisian coast, I guess. Looking something like this. Now, let's go to Mesopotamia, where we have Mesopotamia keep on expanding. We have a lot of countries expanding today, at least right now. And whoops, they are actually becoming pretty big. Wow, holy moly, like, damn. And they actually find something. They find the Caspian Sea. And they go up in here, and of course they colonize it. Like, yeah, there's a lot of mountains, but we still want to have it. And that's when they realize, we're not first here. Mesopotamia sees that there's these 4 Caspian countries here. And do you want to know what they do? They say, we don't care. We want this land. So let's go to war and let's invade them. That's exactly what they do. They go up here, taking all of this southern coast. Oh gosh. Taking all of this country actually, or almost all of this country. Pushing them all the way up here because we don't need all the Caspian Sea. They also go over here and they're like, this is maybe a little bit too much expansion for now, so let's just chill. And gosh, Mesopotamia is really big, like Cyprus. Do you like this? No, of course they don't. That's why they go on a little bit of an expansion, going all the way here to Crimea. Yeah, going all the way here. And gosh, they're actually also becoming a little bit big, which Greece doesn't like. So they also expand up here, not becoming too big. And you guys do not like this either. So you also expand. Okay, guys, you don't have to expand just because your enemies are expanding. You know that? Like, that doesn't... Yeah, that's a little bit show off, but like, isn't that cool? So, gosh, Egypt, you're giant. Mesopotamia, you're even more giant. Oman, you're also pretty big. And Cyprus, you've kind of fallen off a little bit. Like, you're smaller than Saudi Arabia. Oh, nope, Saudi Arabia is smaller. They're smaller than Yemen. Which, this is going to be the last thing for this video, which is, of course, power rankings, which I always do in the end of these videos. Number 1, we have Mesopotamia. Number 2, we have Oman. Number 3, we have Yemen. Number 4, Egypt. Number 5, actually going over to Rome now, which have gone up a bit. Number 6 being Cyprus. Number 7 being Greece. Number 8 being, did I say Saudi Arabia? Well, otherwise this Saudi Arabia is number 8. Number 9, Horn of Africa. Number 10, Libya. So that's the power rankings, and this is episode 5 of WICSO. See you in the next video. Bye.